Today's movie opens with a celebration, but ends in terrifying tragedy. Buckle up, because fate doesn't like to be cheated. Wendy is filming her friends at an amusement park. It's graduation night, and the whole gang is enjoying the final moments of high school. After some fun, she chats with her boyfriend Jason and their close friends Kevin and Carrie. But things aren't all smiles. Carrie tells Wendy she's planning to break up with Kevin 2 weeks after graduation. She's tired of his irresponsibility. Later, Wendy spots the school's most popular girls, Ashley and Ashlyn, posing with a prize they won at a shooting game. As she snaps photos, she's shocked to discover her younger sister is there, even though she's not supposed to be. A heated argument reveals that her sister sneaked into the event, since she's not graduating this year. Wendy moves on to film her friend Lewis trying out strength games, capturing every moment for the memories. Then comes the big attraction, the roller coaster. Everyone's excited to ride, but Wendy hesitates. Something feels off. Jason reassures her. He promises he won't leave her side. Meanwhile, their awkward friend Frankie tries and fails to talk to Ashley and Ashlyn, who clearly want nothing to do with him. The group lines up for the front seats on the roller coaster. But Wendy's nerves get the better of her, so they split up. She and Kevin sit toward the back. Just before the ride begins, Wendy experiences a horrifying vision. The coaster malfunctions, a bolt snaps, and one by one, they all die in gruesome ways. Panicked, she screams and demands to get off. Some people listen and get out, but others, including Lewis, think she's just seeking attention. Kevin stands by her, trying to calm the situation. Jason also tries to leave, but before he can, the operators start the ride. Lewis misses it too. Wendy begs them to stop the coaster, but security drags her and Kevin out. In the very next moment, the ride plays out exactly like in her vision. The roller coaster derails, and everyone on board dies, just as she saw. Days later, Wendy is shattered. Her boyfriend and friends are gone. She tries to cope by throwing away all her memories of them and moving into her college dorm. Kevin finds her and reaches out. He tells her she's not alone. They're all hurting. But life goes on, and they have to find a way to move forward. Kevin tries to reach out again. He invites Wendy to come with him to the graduation party, saying Jason would have wanted her there. But she refuses. Overwhelmed and grieving, she walks away in. Just then, she runs into Ashley and Ashlyn, completely unaware or just plain insensitive. They casually invite her to join them at the tanning salon to freshen up before the party. They even hand her their number before walking off without a second thought. Wendy fights to hold herself together and makes her way to her car. Kevin catches up again, more serious this time. He tells her that what happened at the amusement park wasn't the first time something like this occurred. He shares a chilling story. 6 years ago, a group of French students were about to board a plane when one of them had a vision, the plane exploding midair. 7 people got off the flight. Moments later, it exploded just like he saw. But those 7 survivors? They all died shortly afterward in strange, gruesome accidents, in the exact order they would have died on the plane. Wendy doesn't want to hear it. She shuts him out and goes home, breaking down as she talks to her sister. Racked with guilt, she blames herself for Jason's death. If only she had insisted he didn't ride. Meanwhile, Ashley and Ashlyn are at the tanning salon. The salon owner warns them not to bring drinks into the tanning room and wedges a box under the faulty door to keep it from locking. But they ignore the rules and the danger. Ashley places her drink on a heater, lowering the room's temperature as the tanning beds begin warming up. At the same time, Wendy is flipping through photos from that night and freezes. She sees a picture of the 2 girls holding their prize, but something's wrong. Their faces are blurred, distorted, glowing red like they're burning. Wendy feels it in her gut. Something awful is about to happen. She tries calling them, but the music's blasting, and they never hear the phone. Back in the salon, condensation from Ashley's drink drips onto the temperature control unit. The room begins to overheat. Suddenly, the door slams shut. Locked. The heat intensifies. They try to escape, but the beds are malfunctioning. Sparks fly. The wires catch fire. Screams fill the room as the tanning beds erupt in flames, until both girls are burned alive. The next day, after the funeral, Wendy meets Kevin again. This time, she believes him. She confesses she's been sensing everything before it happens. And now she knows they're all going to die, one by one, in the exact order they were supposed to on that ride. She tells Kevin that Frankie is next. They rush to find him, hoping they're not too late. But Wendy's starting to feel dizzy. She hasn't eaten in a while. Kevin insists they stop for food first, just for a minute, unaware that death doesn't wait for hunger to pass. Wendy and Kevin head to a drive-thru for a quick bite, but fate doesn't take coffee breaks. As they stop in front of the window to place their order, another car suddenly swerves from the side, heading straight toward them. Wendy screams, just in time. The driver slams on the brakes and avoids a crash. But before they can breathe, a second car races up behind them. They try to open the doors, but they're stuck. Kevin shatters the windshield, and they barely escape the vehicle just as the incoming car slams into theirs. Their car jerks forward, crashing into the car parked ahead. It's Frankie's car, and he's inside. In an instant, a sharp metal piece slices through the vehicle and his head, in one of the most brutal deaths yet. Once Wendy calms down, she and Kevin realize the next to die should be Lewis. That's the order from the vision. After him, it'll be Ian and Aaron, their classmates from school. They also make a disturbing discovery. Every photo Wendy took at the amusement park seems to hide a clue, a sign of how each person will die. Kevin refuses to look at his picture. He doesn't want fear clouding his mind until they understand what's really happening. Instead, they head straight to Lewis, who's working out at the gym. They try to explain everything, but Lewis laughs it off. He doesn't believe a word. But Wendy notices something chilling. In the exact spot where Lewis is training, there are swords, just like the ones he posed next to at the fair. And as he pushes himself harder, he accidentally snaps the cable supporting a stack of heavy weights. Lewis cheers, boasting that not even death can take him down. But he celebrates too soon. The weight machine collapses, and a metal bar crushes his skull instantly. Wendy is shaken. The guilt is growing. People are dying one by one, and she knows they could be next. Kevin tries to keep her grounded, telling her they have to try. There has to be a way to stop it. Together, they track down their old classmates Ian and Aaron at their repair shop. They explain the pattern, beg them to listen, and ask if they remember who was sitting behind them on the ride. But Ian and Aaron don't care. They joke, shrug it off, and keep working. Then something moves. A box falls from a shelf and lands on the gas pedal of a car in the garage. The vehicle suddenly lurches forward, crashing into a shelf full of sharp tools. Everything comes raining down. Erin narrowly avoids the worst of it until she slips. She lands on a nail gun, and it fires. Nail after nail slams into her face. She doesn't survive. The next day, Wendy walks out of a police interview and tells Kevin she confessed everything. All the visions, the pattern, the deaths. She believes Ian is safe now, since Aaron died before him. But that means their turn is coming. There are only 2 people left before them, and they don't know who they are. Kevin asks her to head home and check the photos again. Maybe she'll recognize something. Meanwhile, he needs to run a quick errand with his dad before coming back to help. Back home, Wendy goes through the pictures until she spots a necklace, one she knows very well. It's Julie's, her sister. The next to die is her and her friend. Wendy immediately tries to call her, but the phone is off. So she calls Kevin, explains everything, and tells him that Julie is at a fairground party. Surprisingly, Kevin's already there. He promises to find her and keep her safe. As Wendy drives to the party, she notices someone following her, but pushes the thought aside and keeps going. At the party, Kevin finds Julie and her friends. He tries to warn them to get them to come with him, but Julie panics and runs off. Suddenly, fireworks start going off. 2 boys toss firecrackers under a nearby horse, spooking it. The horse breaks free and bolts. Julie falls. The horse's rope wraps around her neck, dragging her across the ground, straight toward a sharp metal structure. But Kevin leaps in just in time, cutting the rope and saving her. Wendy arrives, shaken but determined. She begs Julie to tell her who was sitting next to her on the ride. They can still save her. But before Julie can answer, the horse kicks a wooden plank into the air. It flies straight through her friend's chest. She dies instantly. Now it's Kevin's turn. He's terrified. Every sound, every movement makes him flinch. The horse kicks him, slamming him into a furnace. Flames rise up around him. But Wendy pulls him out at the last second, saving his life. Then she tells him something chilling. I'm next. But it won't be an accident. Ian is going to kill me. Just then, Ian shows up. He's the one who was following her. His eyes are cold. He blames Wendy for Aaron's death. He says he won't let her leave alive. But Wendy sees the fireworks behind him, just like in her vision. She grabs Kevin and Julie, diving to the ground as a massive wooden beam crashes down on Ian, killing him instantly. For now, they're safe. 5 months later, Wendy is on a subway train. That same feeling returns, the cold dread she always felt before someone died. She decides to get off, but the doors shut too quickly. Then, she sees her sister. Julie's here too. Wendy tries to warn her something is wrong. She knows it, but Julie tries to calm her down. They survived, she says. It's over. But then, they see Kevin. He's on the train too. Now all 3 of them are in one place, just like the others before they died. Suddenly, everything spirals. The train derails. Julie dies instantly. Kevin is thrown through a window and crushed under the wheels. The entire carriage is destroyed. Wendy is the only one left. She lands on the tracks broken. A second train approaches. Fast. Closer and closer. And just before it hits, we snap back. It was only a vision. Wendy's latest premonition. She still has time. She tries to stop the train, to escape, to save them. But then we hear it. The sound of the train derailing. Was it real this time? Did they escape? Or did death finally catch up? That's a story for the next Final Destination. Clapperboard, and that's the end of today's movie. If you enjoyed the recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a thrill. Until next time, stay safe. Or try to.